And a look behind the curtain here. Final prepper.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. And for the Clippers, Batum is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George, and there's Jackson, and it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Now here's Covington. The shot by Lillard, wide open. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Now the Clippers with it.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Morris with the rebound. Now George. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And PG, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Just 4 to shoot. Here's McCollum. It's hauled in by the Clippers. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Nobody near Leonard. Offline with his 3. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. 3-pointer Lillard. Morris with the rebound.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
Shoots the 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
George passes to Batum. Outside for George. Keeps it alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Morris. Throws it up high. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. A pull-up. That shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Jackson with it. Now Covington defending. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Batum with the steal. Morris. And Morris throws it down.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. McCollum against George. The pass to Nurkic. Batum with the steal. Pushing it up. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Lillard from deep 3-point land. Portland no good that time either.
He has gone ice cold this quarter. Obviously not helping their cause.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Marcus Morris. That shot off the mark.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Lillard attacking. Over to the wing. And it's in there.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough. And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And it's Simons missing. Here's Los Angeles now. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run.
You see the power right there from Kawhi. Absorbs contact and able to convert right through it.
So for the Trailblazers, Derek Jones comes in for Collins. Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Damian Lillard. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Passes to Hollis Jefferson. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Misses in close. And so Ibaka will bring it up for Los Angeles. Leonard, the open look. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defender to be found in that mid-range area.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. George way outside. No good on the last second attempt there. And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but
I'm training summer.
the team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Portland, Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Rondo. And Kanter pulls it down.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
The second chance effort. Kennard with the rebound.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Look at the handles by Kawhi Leonard. He has worked on that part of his game. He has his defender on skates.
To the middle, here's Anthony. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Kanter. The shot missing. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Leonard, the pass to Rondo. Taken away by Anthony. A pull-up. Shot is good off the back rim and in. McCollum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Rondo passes to Leonard. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Pass to Kennard. From deep three-point range, and again, it's the Clippers missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot two free throws. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but You know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And that one's good. Beverly.
I love this about Patrick Beverly. He's just a fighter. He's never going to back down.
Beverly against Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Now, here's Beverly. Pass to Kennard. Here's the lob to the hoop. And the dunk by Zubac.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Lillard looking around. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Lillard's got 7 points.
Oh, man, what a shot. He hit that from another time zone.
And Beverly kicks to Leonard. Zubac. It's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 11.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Lillard against Beverly. Now here's Lillard. He's tightly guarded. 4 on the shot clock. Outside Covington. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They lead by 11. Shaq, what was your... And that does it for our half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Batum in at the center position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Down low, Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
A decisive finish for Reggie Jackson at the rim.
Now, here's Lillard. He has 7. And Lillard gets double-teamed. And a wide-open look for McCollum. Knocks down the 3-ball. McCollum's got 7 points.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Leonard inside. Guarded by Powell. Leonard with the bucket.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Trailblazers trail by 12. Lillard outside. Feeds it to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
And there's the pass to Batum. Back to Jackson. Powell against Leonard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Morris, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. But they recover it. Nurkic, the pass to Lillard. Out of hand on it. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And here's McCollum for 3. Kept alive. Nurkic. Covington wide open. He fires. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's George. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, so far, his cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
And that one's good, George.
Though he doesn't show a lot of expression, PG-13 is ultra competitive, claps back from distance.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
And stolen by Lillard. And it's McCollum off the drive. Great D that time from Batum.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
He is in the zone tonight. Kawhi is carrying this offense.
Trailblazers trail by 11. McCollum outside. He kicks to Lillard. Fires for 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Lillard's got 10 points.
It's enough to where you have to respect him. Had 1 triple in the first half, now has his 2nd.
Jackson with the bounce pass. And George gets it to go. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
They are just killing him on the interior.
High post, Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
Lillard, and good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And that's 12 points for Damian Lillard. Jackson against Lillard. Left side, George. Takes the 3. And the 3 ball is good. 10 points for him.
When we talk about George's confidence, when you have that kind of range, you should be confident.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in control. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the point. George with the ball. Leonard on the wing. He feeds it to Ibaka. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Here's the break. And it's Hollis-Jefferson with the jam.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. George looking over the floor. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got... And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continued.
And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And you talk about clutch plays, defensively and offensively, and we saw it right there.
And he throws it down hard with one hand.
May not have the height, but Beverly has good length. A 37-inch vertical. Nasty.
Simons surveying the D. Great positioning on the putback.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Leonard attacking, and Jones sends it back. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Hollis Jefferson. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. Talk about a brain cramp.
Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. George with the ball. Hollis Jefferson's there.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Lillard misses.
Man, at what point do you blame the play calling more than the player?
And George, here we go. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. George has got 12 points in just the second half.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
Lillard outside. And that one is good.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
In the corner, it's Morris. Here's Ibaka. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Panthers got rebound number 5 here tonight. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And now the Clippers on the break. And there's the foul to try to stop the break. And that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up. And they'll retain possession. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
You really wouldn't know what size he is because Patrick Beverly gives you toughness at that point guard position. And he's physical, cool under pressure. Terrific job nailing those 2 free throws there.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Los Angeles. George with the ball. Hollis Jefferson's there. And that one's good, George.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard outside. 3-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
In the corner, George with it. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. The Trailblazers have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. In shot opportunity, Lillard from outside. Portland with a new 14. Jones dishes to Cantor. Kicks to Lillard. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And it's the Clippers' ball. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Morris, no good.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
You know what? Their focus right now, every possession has to yield points.
Lillard against Beverly to tie it up. The three won't fall, and Cantor able to finish. Now just a 1-point Clipper lead.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team foul points off misses.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. So it gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Big-time free throws there. That could be the difference. It forces them now into a 3-point attempt.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They trail by 3. 5 seconds left in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the 3-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested 3. Never an easy shot.
Here's McCollum. Lillard outside. Misses the 3. So it's the Clippers taking. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Up next, the Clippers taking on the Bucks. For Los Angeles, the goal is to get better each and every time they take the floor, continuing to build their chemistry. And it's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Ibaka in at center. The wide open look here for Lopez. No good from outside.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Here's Beverley. Out to Morris. The 3-ball. It's hauled in by Giannis. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me harken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. No good on the triple.
Yeah, a little bit surprising he hasn't connected on at least one of his 3 shots yet, but he's going to keep shooting.
Here's Ibaka. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Holiday looking over the floor. Middleton finds Holiday. Shot clock at 6. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take it down. And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverley rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverley is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
And it goes down 2 points. Beverley with the ball. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Trying to get open is Ibaka. It's good.
The strength from Patrick Beverley is impressive. Takes the punishment. I don't think he minds it one bit and still converts.
And here's Giannis. Lopez outside. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Drops in the layup for 2.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
George looking around. And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Lopez inside, defended by Ibaka. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Bounce pass from Beverley. Outside for George. From deep. The rebound by the Bucks. And it's the Bucks on the break. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
Yep, that's a great look from Giannis there.
59 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And George kicks to Ibaka. Leonard on the wing. Back to Ibaka. Lopez with the steal. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
As Giannis has grown in his physical stature, widening those shoulders, having more strength, these are the kind of plays that make all that hard work pay off.
There's the pass to Ibaka. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the first. Back to Beverly. Clock at 6. Here's George. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. George has got his second bucket of the game to go. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Milwaukee. Lobbed up there for Lopez.
Well, an outstanding floor general right there. Holiday has switched between point guard and off guard, and a great feel for when guys are open.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Bucks on top. They lead by 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And regarding the...
Definitely the game will slow down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
On the court for the Bucks, they've got Chris Middleton. Bobby Portis out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Forbes in at the 1 spot. Here is Forbes. Now here's Middleton. Just 5 to shoot. Portis, the pass to Middleton. And the rejection by Zubac. With the floater, back to Leonard. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
And he's not going to miss those very often, even from deep. The D has to close out a little stronger on him.
Here is Forbes. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Portis kicks to Forbes. And he makes good on the layup.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Kennard for 3. Kennard on the wing. From deep 3-point range, the shot will not fall. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Inside. Bucks passing it around. Here's Nora. Misses off the left iron. LA's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Here's Mann. And a miss there on the triple. The Bucks trail. Now the Bucks moving it up. Pass to Nora. No good. That would have tied it.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
In the corner, Kennard with it. Here is Forbes. He's covered by Leonard. Tries to save it and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great, great human being.
Ibaka finds Kennard. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
1:03 left to play here in the second quarter. Tucker with the ball. Morris is there. The shot's good. Connaughton's got his first 2 points. And so here are the Clippers. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. Outside Jackson. Out to Ibaka. It's stolen by Kumbo. Here's Holiday, and Holiday throws it down.
And how about Giannis putting that 7'3" wingspan to good use to help come up with a steal?
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first half. Jackson against Holiday. 6 to shoot. Ibaka for 3. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. The Bucks have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Pass to Tucker. The dish now to Giannis. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
They're going to switch. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of that.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was... And that'll...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And Los Angeles guys shooting well. 50% from the floor. Ibaka is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. This one for 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting in this game 45%. Pass to DiVincenzo. Teague kicks to Antetokounmpo. Back to Teague. Launches it. It's rebounded by Leonard. And here we go with Morris. Running it up the court. Outside, George. Back to Morris. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Morris has got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Clippers. And so it's Milwaukee with it, trailing by 2. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Teague, the pass to DiVincenzo.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throws of the game.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting. So some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubats is checked in. In the corner, it's Morris. That 3 off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Off target with the open look. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. And Beverly kicks to Zubats. And here's Morris for 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Leonard the pass to Zubats. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
The drive by Lopez. Count that one. Lopez has got the lead up to 2 now for the Bucks.
Yes, finally one drops after the 0 of 3 start.
Holiday against Beverly. Outside, George. Zubats kicks to George. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. 5 on the clock. A 3-pointer, no good.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Lopez passes to Holiday. To the left side wing. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Lopez, no luck.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
This is his first free throw of the game. That's good from Beverly.
Beverly just motivated every night to get out here, to play, to compete. He hustles and wants to make it really tough on anybody that's on the opposing side of things.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. Here's the floater. Here's Ibaka. Takes it out to Leonard. The pass to Beverly. Lobs it up for Ibaka. No good that time. Bucks leading by 3. Middleton left side. Holiday, the pass to Middleton. Back to Holiday. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Clippers shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist from Ibaka. Leonard's got his first points of the game.
Well, just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they pay the price.
Double team on Holiday. To the wing on the left. Here's Lopez. It's hauled in by the Clippers. 19 seconds left to play in the third. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Ibaka slams it in.
And the slithery agility of Ibaka. Not many guys can go up with him to stop the catch and dunk.
Holiday. There's the lob to Portis. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Clippers lead by 1. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Just the level of power and explosiveness. Leonard just tenacious at the rim.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Always going up for the alley-oop here.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Jackson with it. To the inside. Ibaka. The rebound by the Bucks. Lopez has got 5 rebounds tonight. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And good that time.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Pass to Kennard. Taken away by Holiday. Fast break, Milwaukee. Holiday is running. Onto Tecumbo. No good. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Clippers. They lead by 1. Tipped away. Stolen by Holiday. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Ibaka. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. A shot, no good. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Lopez finds Holiday. And Lopez throws it down.
Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
Holiday against Jackson. He dishes it to Leonard. Back to Jackson. 3-pointer. And the Clippers miss again. The Bucks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Wow, Lopez stepping up. What confidence from the big fella.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Lopez with the steal. Milwaukee, another fast break opportunity here. Connaughton passes to Lopez. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Giannis inside. Morris is there. Lopez, no luck. Clippers trail by 3. Morris inside. Defended by Middleton. Morris, no good.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Holiday against Beverly. Middleton looking it over. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Middleton's got the lead up to 6 now for the Bucks.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
You can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise. While your best players want to take on the burden come clutch time, and Paul George carrying the weight right now.
And here's Holiday. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Count it!
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Beverly wide open. Off target with his three. And the Bucks with possession. They're on a 13-3 run. Antetokounmpo kicks to Connaughton. On the wing, Holiday. Defended by Beverly. And here's Antetokounmpo outside. Serge Ibaka with the rebound.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The three from George. The shot, no good. So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up.
CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Staples Center, downtown Washington. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Joe Harris is out there with Griffin. Then it's Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's Irving in at the shooting guard position. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 down low. Now Harden. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
4 on the clock. Nobody near George. No good on the 3. And it's Harris with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Nobody near Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Irving knocking down that 3. Textbook form, too. Never rushes anything. Mechanics are efficient and effective.
Beverly dishes to Ibaka. Goes up from the top of the key. And he gets the jumper to drop.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Now, here is Harden. Here's the 3. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. And here's Los Angeles. George finds Morris. Over Harden. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Harden to pass to Irving. Harris outside. The Nets working the ball around now. High arcing shot. Here's Griffin. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Right side George. Morris outside. Off target from outside. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's the combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Griffin. And it's Bruce Brown in for Joe Harris. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's George, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And every single season, Paul George has kicked his game up another level. I think he's a premier two-way forward who gets it done at both ends.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Jackson against Dinwiddie. And the pass to KD. From about 19 feet. Count that one.
So smooth offensively, extremely smooth. Durant, easily one of the best scorers in NBA history.
And Leonard has it in the corner. And the Clippers miss again.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Dinwiddie. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Georgia. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Green's checked in. And it's Leonard missing. Nets leading by 6. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Claxton, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Here's Jackson. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Now here's Durant. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. For 3. No good from Luwawu. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Great D that time from Green.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Dinwiddie with the bucket. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
Yeah.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. We come back right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. We've got Harden. Harris is out there with Green, and it's Claxton in at the 5 roaming the paint. Shot clock at 6. Harden way outside. That shot misses. The Clippers go the other way with it. Jackson with it. Picked up by Harris. Pass to Morris. From deep. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverley comes in for Reggie Jackson. The Nets also changing it up. KD's checked in for Harris. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for James Harden. Dinwiddie passes to KD. From outside, off the mark. Clippers trail by 6. Ibaka finds Morris. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Durant.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Ibaka goes in. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Outside Durant. Pass to Llewellyn. Durant against Kennard. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
No easy way to hold KD down. He's slick, he's slippery, he's smooth with the ball. That's why he draws fouls.
George is checked in for Los Angeles. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Nets leading by 7. Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 5, and the wide open shot from Green. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's the break. The 3 from George. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. And KD's got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Passes it to Dinwiddie. Outside for KD. Over George. Claxton. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Leonard on the wing. To the paint. Here's Ibaka. The shot that time not on target. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Back to Brown. Back to Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. On its way from Irving for 2. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Irving's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
You know, getting up into Irving's grill only gives him additional intensity and focus to let you have it.
Ibaka, the pass to George. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Brooklyn leading by 7. Irving looking over the floor. Lobs it up for Jordan. The alley-oop layup. Very well done.
Irving doing a nice job there being creative and efficient with that beautiful assist.
George with the ball. Outside Leonard. 50 seconds left in the second quarter. Count that bucket.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
The Nets have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And here's Irving. He has 5. Takes it from 10. That misses off the backboard. Clippers trail by 7. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Look at how high George gets off these drives to the hoop. Banging it down with the violence of a madman.
Now Irving. Banked in off the glass. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Outstanding body control there by Kyrie. I mean, he continues to score on tough defense. And
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. Well, we know he's a magician on the court. Kenny, has there ever been anyone better? And
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Pocket is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2 spot. Harris kicks to Harden. Launches a 3. The putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, I like how Jordan embraces his role on this team. I mean, it's all about rebounding and putbacks for him at the offensive end.
Outside Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet and flavorful one-hand flush.
Harris's shot is off.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Nets leading by 5. Harden the pass to Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
Hey, we know Harden can score it, but he also has great vision.
And Beverly kicks to George. The pass to Ibaka. Back to George. There's the triple. Drains it from beyond the arc. George has got 9 points.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Pass to Irving. Outside Jordan. Back to Irving. Oh, Griffin in position. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Kicks it out to Leonard. Takes a 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
The Nets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Harden the pass to Jordan, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
An elite rim protector. Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and timing.
Morris with the bucket.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
1:53 left here in the third quarter. Harden dishes to Irving, and Jordan has it in the corner. Back to Irving. Pass to Harden. 5 to shoot. Right at the free throw line. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
Now here's Jordan. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Harris. Irving's got 9 points.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
Outside Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Harden against George. Harden's shot is off. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Leonard kicks to Morris. Uncovered. And it's Griffin with the rebound. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 1-point game. And it's Irving missing. Here's the Clippers. They're on a 14-6 run. And Kawhi Leonard with this slam.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Timeout called the Nets. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Both teams will make substitutions. Nets trail by 3.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
To the left wing. Outside Durant. Got it up. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. Yes, they're behind right now, but he's still upbeat. He said, guys, we can get back in this game. Stay together out there. All-out effort can win this game. Fellas?
Thank you, David. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Durant, also Green out there, and it's Luwawu in at the shooting guard.
It's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Nobody near Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And the Clippers lead by 4.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Back to Durant, and the jam by Kevin Durant.
You make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Outside Leonard. Lock at 6. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Jeff Green picks one up.
Opponents are physical with Kawhi just about every game, but as forceful a player as he is, he just doesn't seem to mind one bit.
And the Clippers making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. Dinwiddie against Jackson. Dinwiddie passes to Durant. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing, and when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
Brooklyn trailing. Green dishes to Harden. It's stolen by Ibaka. Leonard a good look, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Leonard's got 16 here in the second half. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Harden against George.
I don't know how that one doesn't go in. Nice cushion between him and the defender.
And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That'll be his second foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Timeout called, the Nets. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, more than half of their scoring has been through him. It hadn't been selfish either. That's the way they mapped this thing out, and they knew what a tough matchup he'd be for their D, so they just decided to ride it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. And Irving subbed in for Luwawu.
And it is absolutely remarkable watching Harden draw contact. So effortless, so crafty, and so consistent in putting the defense in a bind. This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
Leonard looking over the floor. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Irving passes to Durant. Back to Irving. Nets passing it around. Durant against Morris. And Durant, here we go.
No stage too big for KD. If you need a basket, he's your man.
And the jam by Harden.
This is not unfamiliar territory for Harden. He is used to being the go-to guy, especially when his team needs a big hoop.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Leonard with the bucket.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Here is Harden. The rejection by Ibaka. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And so they choose to intentionally foul. 59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Leonard has it in the corner. Off target from three-point range.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
Up again. It drops. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Comfortable in the clutch. That's who Kyrie Irving is, unfazed by the game's biggest moments.
Beverly against Irving. Here's George. Yes!
Shot after shot, one after the other. PG, Paul George, making it happen.
And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Nets. Harden scanning the floor. Fires from deep. Shot clock at 5. For three, Durant. No good from three-point territory. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. soaring high above the Willamette River.
CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And here were the Clippers arriving earlier, getting mentally. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We got Ibaka, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, Damian Lillard out there with Jones. Then it's Robert Covington. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Nurkic in at the 5. Now here is George for the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this will come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots. Ooh, the one-hand tomahawk, guys. Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, they got the entire bench up right there as they saw that and out of their chairs. Now, here is Ibaka. Pass to George. The 3. And the rebound by Nurkic.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. LA's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Passes it to Ibaka. From downtown, Portland grabs the miss, and there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Now Lillard. Knocks down the step-back J.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now, here's Nurkic. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. And the basket by Jones.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Lobs it up for Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
I'll tell you, for a veteran, Ibaka still gets sky high on these alley-oops.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
And Ibaka slams it in.
And for Serge nowadays, most of his offense comes from beyond the arc or at the rim.
Lillard, the pass to Hollis-Jefferson. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Back to Lillard. From outside the arc. Portland with a new 14. Now here's Hollis-Jefferson. And another shot. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on him.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. For the Trailblazers, Collins checked in for Robert Covington. Anthony comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Simons in for Derek Jones. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Batum comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the first. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
For the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Norman Powell comes in for Anthony Simons. And McCollum subbed in for Damian Lillard. Morris kicks to Kennard. 6 to shoot. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Out to Morris. And here's Kennard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Now, here's Kanter. They trail by 1. Now the pass to Powell. The feed to Kanter, and the shot goes in.
And the coaching staff doesn't have any issue putting the ball in Kanter's hands inside. And why not? That part of his game is very refined.
Here's Jackson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
It's McCollum with the drive. Lays it up off the glass.
I mean, call him a combo guard to whatever. McCollum is a scorer first and foremost, and when he puts it on the deck, young fella is going to the hoop.
Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins.
Not a fan of those kinds of passes.
A putback. Good if it goes. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Clipper. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is still as...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
They've got Collins. He's out there with Anthony. Enes Kanter is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the 2 guard. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Step back shot. No good on the shot. And it's Portland the other way. And it's Simons missing. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 4-point game. Zubac, that's good.
Excellent pass, PG-13. Keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Lillard outside. He kicks it to Collins. And Lillard gets double teamed. Pass to Ganner. Just 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Boy, Greg, there's a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tools, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Here's what Portland's going with right now.
Oh, wow. So explosive with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. McCollum feeling it out a bit, looking to end the run. Here's Collins. Makes it off the glass. Collins has got his first points in this one.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And it's Leonard with the jam.
I'll tell you what, when Kawhi knifes his way to the rim, it's next level.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
McCollum against Beverly. Anthony, the pass to McCollum. Clock at 4. Here's Cantor. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Beverly, the pass to George. Beverly with the ball. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Nurkic with the block. Break. Here come the Trailblazers, and it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Jones against George, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Here's Lillard. He goes right over Marcus Morris and slams it down.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Pass to Ibaka. He dishes it to George. And Jones sends it back. Hollis Jefferson passes to Covington. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 10.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They ended the period holding on to a slim 1. And that's going to...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
And some of it's just a mindset. He came into this game with a very unselfish approach, and his teammates have benefited from it.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ibaka. And it's George in at the 2 spot.
The mechanics on Paul George's shot are so good. In the end, the range makes no difference.
George against Jones. Kicks it to Lillard. On deep. Headshot off. The Clippers go the other way with it.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
Jones with it. George picks him up. Nobody near Lillard. Lillard again missing.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
Lillard way outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Lillard's got 9 points.
Finally getting one to fall. They were 0 for 3 to start this half.
And Beverley kicks to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Anthony comes in for Hollis Jefferson, and it's Simons in for Lillard. And then for Los Angeles, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard, and it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Anthony, the pass to Simons. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Robert Covington. Powell, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Serge Ibaka. The 3 from George. And Cantor pulls it down. Trailblazers trail by 9. Takes it from 10. Kicks it out to Collins. He's looking for McCollum and finds him. Over George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
Jackson against McCollum. Jackson drives in, and the dunk by Jackson.
I'll tell you, Jackson's first step is dynamite. A big asset off the dribble.
That's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Anthony against George. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. No good on that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. Anthony dishes to Cantor. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Cantor's got 6.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Outside Jackson. Zubac kicks to Kennard. Lets it go from deep. Hands it from downtown. Kennard's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
Outstanding decision. Kennard is getting better and better at creating offense for himself.
McCollum against Jackson, and the basket by McCollum.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
George passes to Zubac. And here's George. From deep three-point range, it's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. McCollum outside, and it's Anthony at the elbow. Powell, the pass to Canner, and Canner throws it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
And it's George missing. Here's McCollum. Over Jackson. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
Tremendous defense. Reggie has the quickness to stay on the ball and the long reach to affect the...
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Clippers lead by 9. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. On the floor for Portland, Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Simons in at the shooting guard position. Lillard from outside. Offensive rebound. Passes it to Hollis-Jefferson. Back to Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. Over in the corner, Lillard. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Right side, Leonard. And contact on the shot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Simons, the pass to Lillard. Outside, Covington. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. The pass to Simons. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Covington.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And stolen by Lillard. Down low. And Covington with the basket on the assist by Lillard.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Pass to Leonard. Kennard on the wing. Kennard on the wing. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And the shot is good. And that's 11 points for Serge Ibaka.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Lillard from outside. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
Trying to shoot himself out of his slump, and it's not going well.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Portland's going with right now.
Strength, body control, and focus. Kawhi showing it all right there.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Beverly against McCollum. Canner in the corner. And Canner throws it down.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Here's George, and then George with the jam.
Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
McCollum against Beverly. Pass to Covington. Leonard with the steal. And now we've got the intentional foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Kawhi was drafted 15th overall in 2011. If they had a redraft, I wonder what number he would go down.
Damian Lillard's checked in for Portland. From deep, the long-distance three is buried. Lillard's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Portland. Clippers leading by 7. 1:02 left to play here in the fourth. Passes to Beverly. Leonard with the ball. Shot clock at 5. Outside, George over Jones. George, no good.
This has reached desperation time for him.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on.
Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They've led by as many as 11 points. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8.
A really good second-round pick out of Arkansas. Beverly fits perfectly in that 3-and-D role. There's the knockout blow. No chance of getting up off the canvas now.
Lillard from deep three-point land. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Lillard again missing. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Outside, George. A three-pointer off the mark. Lets the three fly with the tip. So the Clippers with the win. This was a very... Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's... Downtown Milwaukee is seen from the shore of Lake Michigan on a cloudless day. Welcome to 2K. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. Now here's Beverly. Ibaka outside. It's Solomon to Tacumbo. Throws up. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, don't let Giannis get a step on you. His one step counts for 3 sometimes, and he's gone.
Beverly with the ball. Lays it up and banks it in. In these teams, both among the league's better defenses, Brent, with advanced stats and tracking, do you think it's getting easier to measure and quantify what goes into great defenses?
I think there's technology, Kevin, that still needs to come along in order for some of the analytics guys to really truly assess positional defenders and where some of their arms and legs are. That will really help them define how these defenses are impacting some of the offenses and the way they play.
Here's George. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot from past the arc. And there's Paul George on the assist by Morris.
Well, Paul George does have unlimited range, kind of getting into that mode where one of those guys you have to guard when he gets over half court.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. The kick out to Holiday. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. The shot by George, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Holiday left side. Back to Giannis. To the middle. Here's Lopez, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
An elite rim protector. Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and timing.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
George with the ball. And what a jam!
Fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
Now here is Holiday. Right wing. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Shot clock at 6. DiVincenzo kicks to Holiday. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 3. Beverly, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. He lobs it up.
How about Drew Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And G.A. Chris Middleton over his career much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. And I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
Now Giannis following the miss by Marcus Morris from deep. Lopez passes to Holiday. Lopez kicks to Middleton. Giannis dishes to Lopez. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. The 3 from George. Drops in the tray. George has got 6.
Paul George showing his offensive confidence right there. Just letting that one go as soon as it touches his hands.
Holiday surveying the floor. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. The Clippers also changing it up. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Morris. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
There's 48 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Inside, here's Lopez. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Lopez close up and gets it done.
In the corner, George with it. Leonard kicks to Jackson. And the three off target.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
The shot by George, no good. The Bucks trail. Here we go, all alone. Forbes the pass to Middleton. On the wing, Holiday. Takes it from 10, and Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Holiday. It's all knotted up.
Just incredible the way that Brook Lopez has changed his game to the outside.
Tie game in Milwaukee. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And recently on the subject of trash talking,
I like to stay locked in to the game and focus to the game. And
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of lift, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
E.J. Tucker is out there with Portis. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Forbes in at the one. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. And now the Clippers on the break. Count it, good. Jackson's got his first bucket in this one.
Just can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Here is Forbes. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Passes it to Portis. Kicks it down to Middleton. Connects from three-point range.
And that's what Middleton is known for, a remarkable outside shooter, and that release got off pretty quick.
Jackson passes to Kennard. And he goes in for the dunk.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Here is Forbes. Pass to Connaughton. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's Jackson, and stolen by Portis. And Connaughton has it in the corner. Batum grabs the miss. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Kennard. Puts the move on. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley comes in for Jackson. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are three guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. You know, witnessing his journey to greatness. All the while, he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Baca comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Georgia subbed in for Nicholas Batum. Ibaka, no luck.
a lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And that's sort of a picture of what not to do on those last two possessions. They're being way too loose with the ball.
And the Bucks making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Now here is George. 6 points for him. Left side of Ibaka. Up and in from the low block. And the Clippers lead by 4.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Outside Teague. The pass to Portis. That's good, and so Teague with the assist.
That was like a morning paper for Jeff Teague. Makes a great read and swings the ball around for a clean look at the bucket.
Here's Beverly, and that'll be 2 free throws coupled. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
He misses the free throw.
And Beverly just motivated every night to get out here, to play, to compete. He hustles and wants to make it really tough on anybody that's on the opposing side of things.
Now here's Teague. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, I don't know how you deal with the length of Antetokounmpo. I mean, his name is long enough, and then you look at the body.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. The Clippers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Now here's Teague. 35 seconds left here in the second. An emphatic LU jam.
And while Teague certainly looks for his shot often out there, he also possesses strong handles and a good passing ability.
And Beverly kicks to Morris. Ibaka for 3. It's hauled in by Giannis.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far. Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
And when Morris is playing with intensity like this, his defense can really shine through.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. The Clippers on top. They're up by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, your guys are playing aggressively at the defensive end and sharing the ball offensively. Have you been satisfied with the effort so far?
Well, I think just defensive.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The largest lead they had was 6 in the opening. And
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Paul George really making a difference here.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Yeah, avalanche warning in this one. He is just on a roll.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade. for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Paul George. Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at the point. Lopez, no luck. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Clippers. A 2-point game on the dunk by Lopez.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Now here's Beverly, George, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. And it's 8 points for George.
I just feel like Patrick Beverly has incredible awareness for every second that he plays on the floor. Spots the wide open man, gets it to him.
For the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Ibaka. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Giannis. Batum grabs the miss.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Jumps up. Here's Leonard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
With those long arms and with the high release point, Leonard is practically daring you to foul him.
And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Here's Jackson. Following the basket by Brook Lopez. Jackson dishes to Leonard. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got his 5th rebound in this one. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Sometimes it takes a while for all that length in Giannis to catch up to those feet, but once he does, man, he can explode.
Leonard kicks to Jackson. Over Holiday. Here's Leonard. Lock at 6. Outside for George. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Now Holiday for the lead. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
And so it's Milwaukee now after the basket by Los Angeles. Holiday left side. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Batum grabs the miss. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's George. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And it's a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Holiday against Jackson. To the inside. And no good that time. Clippers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And it's George missing. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure, to the right side. Zubac's in the post. Working on Portis.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Now, here is Holiday. There's the dish to Forbes. From deep three-point range. Right block shot. Here's Portis. The Clippers grab the miss. 34 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. George passes to Batum.
Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Leonard. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Beverley, the pass to Batum. Pass to Kennard. Stolen by Tucker. For the tie. Good on the triple. Tucker's got 5 points now this quarter. Here's Beverley. Great D that time from T. Tie game in Milwaukee. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Teague out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Now, here's Kennard. Back to Beverley. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Beverley's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Clippers. Now here's Teague. Down low. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And he gets it back. And the shot goes in. Lopez has got it all tied up now for the Bucks. And here's Beverley. Here's Kennard. Lets it go with the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Clippers lead by 3.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Giannis with it. Middleton outside. 6 on the shot clock. Lopez finds Middleton. Over Ibaka. Middleton can't get it to go.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Bucks passing it around. Pass to DiVincenzo. Kicks it down to Middleton. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
If he's making shots like that, the teammates want to feed that confidence. Middleton with a sweet stroke.
The pass to Morris. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Drew Holiday's checked in for the Bucks. And then for Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. And George is subbed in for Kennard. Now, here is Morris. Back to Beverley. On the wing, Morris. He kicks to Ibaka. And stolen by DiVincenzo. And it's the Bucks on the break. Back to Holiday. In the corner, Middleton with it. Here's Lopez. 2 free throws coming up. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Oh, and they take the lead. Giannis has got the lead up to 2 now for the Bucks.
Well, so exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
Leonard with the ball, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Leonard against Holiday. That one goes in.
Oh, you could see it from the moment he caught the ball. Leonard looking to rise to the occasion, making the big shot to help the team out.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. There's the lob to the hoop.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Outside Leonard. Pass to Beverly. Fires the 3. He can't get that one. And so Giannis will bring it up for Milwaukee. The lead is 2. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Lopez inside, defended by Ibaka. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
We've seen Lopez be more and more assertive in looking for his shot, which in turn draws the defense's attention to him.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. 52 seconds left to play in the final quarter. In the corner, Ibaka with it. This is it to Morris. The 3. That one's not going to go. Now the Bucks take it the other way. It's Giannis with the drive. A shot by Middleton, wide open. Misses the 3.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Nope. Every opportunity here have to have flawless execution.
Ibaka for 3. It's good. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Holiday. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. And no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the court for the Bucks, they've got Holiday. Brook Lopez is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Lopez. After the miss from Serge Ibaka. And Tucker kicks to Lopez. Holiday, no one around him. Trains the three-pointer. Holiday's got the first basket here in overtime for the Bucks. Clippers trail by 3. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A different look for Milwaukee. Giannis, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Bryn Forbes.
Wow, Lopez stepping up. What confidence from the big fella.
The Clippers shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Here's George, and it's Paul George with the finish.
Go ahead and lead him, Paul George. Stepping up, a huge shot at this moment in the game.
Beverly against Holiday. Giannis outside. Middleton looking it over. The Bucks working the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Antetokounmpo inside. He's against Morris. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Well, overtime basketball, a minute and a half played so far. Outside, George. And it's off from three-point range. Bucks leading by 3. Loads it up for Giannis. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Outside, George. To the middle. The tray. The rebound by Middleton. The Bucks have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop so far in overtime. Connaughton passes to Antetokounmpo. Here's Lopez. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Lopez powering through that time.
And not sure they got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
And a deep 3 from George. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Lopez with the ball. It's Ibaka picking him up. Outside Holiday. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Morris, no good. And it's Milwaukee's ball. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And the technical free throw is good.
The versatility Middleton offers up is exceptional. A capable defender, a good scorer, an effective shooter. Those are the kind of switchblade players the coaches love.
And so the Bucks take the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the... And with tip...
Hey, Kevin. Well...
It does indeed. Thanks, David. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the 1. And for the Nets, Durant is out there with Griffin. Then it's Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. Harden surveying the D. Oh, good with the triple. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. Leonard the pass to Ibaka. And Griffin sends it back. And he's able to get it back. Nobody near Leonard. Off target with his 3. Dinwiddie dishes to Griffin. And it's sent back by George.
How about the timing from Paul George on that rejection? Twice on the pipes.
And now the Clippers on the break. George has got the ball. Beverly wide open. Off target from 3-point range. Here's Harden. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Harden's got the first basket of the game for the Nets. Pass to Ibaka. And now just over a minute played here in the first. George with the ball. He dishes it to Morris. Kicks it out to Leonard. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. There's the pass to KD. From the arc. But he recovers it. Second chance shot. It's not going to go for him. So the Clippers will take it the other way.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And that one's good, George.
What great body control from the all-star forward. Paul George, so skilled at keeping his composure under pressure.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Good on the 3-point shot.
Well, we knew that Paul George was a long-limbed, exceptional defender coming out of Fresno. His offense, though, has been impressive from the time he has stepped between the lines on the NBA level.
Dinwiddie kicks to KD. There's the 3. That shot is off. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
I think he's got to settle down, because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter, he has been completely bothered.
Leonard, a good look. A miss that time would have put him up.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Harden. Durant's got his second bucket.
Boy, if you allow Kevin Durant to play in space, in transition, you can turn the lights out.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Stolen by Harden. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. That one a little long.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Here is Harden. Passes it to KD. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Durant's got 6.
Well, there's an innate sense of how to play the game when we're talking Kevin Durant. The pick and roll has become second nature to him.
Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And here's Beverly. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And Leonard puts it up from deep three. Dinwiddie with the rebound.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
The shot by KD. No good.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
And that one's good, George.
That's not an easy play. Paul George is an extraordinary player. Keeps his eye on the bucket at all times.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Nets out in front. They lead by 3. And we'll be back right. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Jackson is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Batum. And it's Zubac in at the 5. And here's George for 3. The Clippers rebound. Zubac finds Jackson. Tries again. No good from Zubac. Nets leading by 3. Here's Green. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on George. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Well, just solid work in the painted area. Paul George, quality look, excellent decision.
Brown the pass to Irving. And the layup is good. Irving's got the lead, back up to 5 now for Brooklyn.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of, and then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
On the wing, George. He's got 9. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Zubac.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
Now Irving. Six to shoot. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop. Claxton's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
That's just great savvy in a pick-and-roll situation run perfectly by Kyrie Irving.
Now here's Zubac. Back to George. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. Brooklyn leading by 7. Inside, here's Brown. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
In the corner, George with it. Back to Kennard. It's stolen by Brown. Throws it up high.
Well, Kyrie Irving has such a good sense of when his teammates are going to create an opportunity, and he puts the pass on time and on target.
George looking around. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Irving dishes to Brown. We've got 1:08 left in the first half. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Irving. The shot, no good. Clippers trail by 9. George with the ball. He's got 11. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot. Hot.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Brooklyn making some changes. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Luawu. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Leonard, he's checked in for George. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. Goes back up. Count the basket. Harden's got 8.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Outside Leonard. Pass to Ibaka. Over Jordan. The rebound by the Nets. The Nets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Free throw good, Jordan.
Well, you know what DeAndre Jordan is going to bring to the table every night. Great effort, incredible presence on the backboards, a ton of length defensively. Love everything he does for you.
Beverly for 3. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The period came to a close with them. And that should...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Paul George really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Griffin is out there with Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Durant, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. George against Dinwiddie. Here's Harden, and he banks in the layup. 10 points for him.
And Harden proving why he's an elite ball handler, absolutely cutting the D to pieces with his move.
Nobody near George. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Nets. 10-point lead. Here's KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, drop the hammer, KD. How confident is this guy at the cup?
And here's George for 3. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Challenging this D with the 3 ball. That's his second from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
Harden the pass to Dinwiddie. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. It's Harden with the drive and the jam by Harden.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Clippers trail by 11. Outside, George. Outside, Leonard. minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's KD, and KD throws it down.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Out to Ibaka from the arc. A rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Oh, Griffin in position. Up high to stop the alley-oop. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. Durant, no good.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And that one's good, George.
After hitting only 1 from downtown in the first half, he's exploded with 3 since.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Harden dishes to KD. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
And here is Los Angeles now. To the paint. Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. And a deep 3 from George. Off the mark, and a chance to trim it to single digits. Harden dishes to KD. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. KD's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Beverly, and the basket is good.
This guy is such an intelligent guard. Patrick Beverly finding a driving lane and finishing.
And here's Harden. He's got 12. Shot clock at 6. Oh, Griffin in position, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And then for the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. Luke Kennard comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Back to Jackson. 24 seconds left in the third. And the layup's good off the glass. Jackson's got his first basket.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Now Irving. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Irving's got 6.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
And so it's Brooklyn up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Right back after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, we've got Luke Kennard. Batum is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 3 spot. 5 on the clock. Here's Irving. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds now tonight. It's stolen by Green. Now here is Harris. Three-pointer. Drills it from outside. Harris has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Nets. George against Harris. For three. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. Brooklyn leading by 15. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. From deep. And the Nets, another three.
You give Kyrie a good look at the rim. It doesn't matter how far back he is from the line.
Harris against George. Dishes it to Jackson. From deep three-point range. George, no good. Brooklyn's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Green passes to Irving. Irving double team. Back to Green. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. It's good. And the Nets lead by 20.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Irving with it. Five to shoot. Shoots the three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Kennard. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Great look, but off the mark. Nets leading by 18. And here's Irving. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Harris's shot is off.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
George, no good. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Clippers trail by 18.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Brooklyn.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for James Harden.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
And a wide open look for Irving. Another miss by Irving.
He needs to drive to the rim. The shot just not going.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Irving double team. Harris outside. Left side, Jordan. Out to Harris. Can they get it? And Jordan gets it to go. And the Nets lead by 14.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Now Irving. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.